We'll say, this is Damien.
Hi, Damien. This is Dave Cotter with Integrity Capital. We're a commercial mortgage finance company here in Arizona. And how are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
So the reason I was calling was I wanted to see if there was a time we could meet so that I could go through some ways that we could create some greater confidence of execution for you and your clients. So I wanted to see if there was a good time over the next week or two we could sit down and meet face to face.
Yeah, I get calls from people like you all the time. And the last guy said that, and I gave him a chance, and then the deal blew up. I think I'm just going to stay with our in-house group here and allow them to kind of run with it moving forward.
Yeah, I completely understand that. If I would feel the same way if I was in your particular shoes as well. But you know something, Damien, is it's great that you're using your in-house financing and a lot of other groups that I work with here in town. There's an individual, Jordan, downtown that I work with that I'm sure you've heard of, but have said the same thing before they had a chance to really just see how our process would complement what you're doing in house. And so, I think we should just get together. How does Tuesday at 9 o'clock work for you?
I don't know. It's really tough for me to say yes to something like that when, I just always get disappointed every time.
Yeah, I completely understand that. I've seen that happen before. I've certainly, seen that happen on my side of the coin, but a lot of people have had the same reaction you did when they first, when I called the first and before they even had a chance to see how we would do to benefit them. So, why don't we just meet? I mean, if nothing else, I could perhaps just add some value in offering some different connection points and at least give some insights as to what you're doing. And who knows? So how does Tuesday at 9 work? Does that work for you?
You know what? Yeah, if you come to my office, that's fine.
Okay, great. Well, I'll go ahead and send out a invite for Tuesday at 9 o'clock. And I really appreciate it, Damon. It's been a pleasure to meet you, and I'm looking forward to getting together with you. So thanks.
That sounds good. We'll see you on Tuesday at 9.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Okay, so that was a conversation with me being obviously the cold caller and Damien being the commercial broker. If you saw, I first called, I have a smile on my face, try to be jovial, right? And you're letting them know again what your name is, who the company is, and what it is we do. And then you want to let them know why you're calling. Obviously, I think it's good for you to say how you doing. Obviously, do something to connect with them. There are some instances where if you have enough information, you might mention something on their website. You might find out that they like to go fishing and, you can mention that, or they might say they like, good food or something, or some success they had. So, that's not a bad idea as well. But if you noticed, he wasn't overly warm. He was sort of like, you could tell he kind of had maybe some bad situations in the past and been burned. And so, he obviously was a little bit resistant. And so, if you notice, my rebuttal was not ignoring that reality, right? I was embracing the reality of like, I completely understand that'd be frustrating. I've been there myself. So it's just connecting with them with the authenticity of like, I completely understand that. But, using that opportunity to say, look, if you're using somebody else, we could just be a compliment to somebody. If you know that they might know somebody else, you might mention somebody else's name for just, to add some additional value. And then you just go in for the ask, right? Can we go ahead and get together on Tuesday? He pushed back again, says, yeah, I don't know, I've just been burned. Again, I didn't shove it off or ignore it. You embrace that. And then again, you still try to just keep it pretty focused on the reason you're calling is, why don't we give it a shot. Maybe you can add some more value in a different way, but you're just trying to see if you can get the appointment because pressing the flesh is the best. And so, what are your thoughts, Dan? Any feedback or things that I could have improved on?
I agree. I mean, it was handled perfectly because that the I being Damien on the call, I could have just easily hung up on you, but I stayed on it. So there was a sense of the embrace that I enjoyed because it was like you're not just trying to prove me wrong or anything. It was more like you're accepting it and then finding a way to work through it. So how can we be a good partner rather than just let me be your financial broker guy? So there was more to it than, and the substance was great. So I liked it.
That's good. Good. Well, that's the cold call again for commercial brokers. So some of them might be a little resistant, but essentially someone's able to get the appointment.